Feeling great. I think. Hello. Yeah, feeling great. I feel like we got a lot of pieces in place. Still missing maybe a couple of things. Still have some guys that are having visa issues and are here, but they have to get their visas. Some guys are not. Well, one guy there's not here yet. But feeling really good about it. Feeling like we're in a great spot. Some new exciting additions. I think everybody had a chance to see some of that. And yeah, it's a new exciting season ahead of us.
Oscar?
Well, excited. I don't know if it's the term in English, but we used to say in Spanish that we're nervously responsible. It seems like the days are getting closer, and then we start getting in that mode of competition. I can feel the group start just to shaping things up. We have worked a lot, and then now it's time to think about competing, and that feeling just bring that those things that push you. We're good.
We expected him to be here 2 weeks ago. That was expect, not expected. It's a new reality that it's unfortunately we don't have an answer. We've been trying to work every possible way to make sure that we have an answer, but we don't yet. Pedro is a very important player for us. There's no doubt about it. We enjoy having Pedro play for Orlando City. We think that he's a great player and a great person, a guy that we enjoy just being around him every day. So we're working on things that need to be done. We've been talking to him, to his representation, and making sure that things get to a good spot. But Pedro is a great professional. He knows that no matter what, he's committed to the season ahead. Of course, it's a very important year for him, being a World Cup year, and Peru is in a great position right now to qualify. But we know that we have a great professional, an exceptional goalkeeper, and our plan is for him to stay here. So we're working on things and making sure that we're going to get to the spot that we need to be.
Right, it's good that you ask. I was thinking about just saying it in English too. Gluing the players, the new players, is not an easy task, and it doesn't come immediately. But they're doing a great effort on make that happen. There are players there that have, despite of their youth, they have done they have done that connection in different places. So I'm very optimistic. They look very good, and hopefully these games that we still have, we have a game at the end of this week, and that can help us on just continue with that adaptation. We always say it as a coaches that we're missing things, we're missing time, that we're missing players. That you will hear that from us and coaches, but we're happy. I'm very optimistic with the new players. Very optimistic with the team that we're building here since we came. Hoping that we can present in 13 days a team that the fans enjoy.
Yeah, I think it's not even a year yet, but it's different. But I think every ownership group is going to be different. Everybody has a different style. All I can say is that they're very committed to this club. They're good people to work with. There's a lot of good things in place for this to grow even more than before. There's still a lot of learning. It hasn't been a year, it has been 6 months. They've put a lot of resources, as you can see. They're committed to putting resources for us to make this team bring titles and trophies here. You can't ask for more than that. When you have an ownership group that is committed, that they want to win, and that they treat you fairly, and they're good people, I mean, you can't ask for more. So it's going well. There's still a lot to learn from both sides, but it's going really well.
Oscar, do you notice
Well, first thing is I have felt support on the idea to make this franchise stronger. Bring in the players that we have signed today. It was not an easy task for the club financially, or even fighting with many other clubs that want him or want these players. So I have seen support, and that's good. The other part is that I have seen a club working together. Like always, I'm not saying that it wasn't before. I'm saying that we have this idea to keep working stronger in terms to bring in the people to the club that really deserve to dress in Orlando City jersey, and create this culture of collectivism, if it's the right word, where everybody understands that this is a teamwork here, and we would like our fans to feel proud about the culture that the club has, and the Will family has been supporting that idea. So bringing Facundo, Arch, and Cesar, and possible just to keep growing, but not with desperation. I think we have to be wise on just bringing the right people here. That will be the success on the project for me. About the connectivity with the players, on the ones that are new, the ones that were before, and I'm saying the same. I thought about the complexity of a team. There's not just bringing players and immediately things will create an effect. It's trying to glue them together, and that's definitely our responsibility. But they're doing a good job on that part. They're doing it well, and I know the games will excel that capacity of being together and present a good team for the fans. That's what we want.
I'm going to start his answer just like Oscar said before. Like, as coaches, we always expect more. Know that as somebody who's working on assembling a team and trying to put a team together, we always expect more. Go out there and win a game or two, and we want to win it all. So that's what we work for. When we're trying to assemble the team and we're talking to the coaches and Oscar, we're discussing what kind of things we can do. Also related to what he just said, how do we make this team a team, right? Not only better players, but better players that create a better team that can take us further and then to a title, because that's where we want to be. And we want to win a title every year. Every competition that we start, we feel like we can win it. And if we didn't feel it that way, then there would be something wrong with us. But the expectation is that we can go further, and we want to win it. And that's why we're trying to put all these pieces in place. I will start by disagreeing with the statement that MLS is a league that signs veteran players. That was MLS 10 years ago, not anymore. MLS, you see all these old players, veteran players going to Brazil, to Argentina. You got Zlatan who left here, and everybody's saying, well, Zlatan is old and he's still playing. And the new MLS is all about talent and young talent. And when you see a guy like Shaqiri and he's 30, yeah, he's a veteran, but he's 30, I forgot the second part of the question. Why do we prefer the young guys over the European veterans? And yeah. So I think that for us, it's like we see more potential on the young players. We're not saying that if there's a veteran that makes sense for us, that we wouldn't be after that player. If it makes sense, and if it's a player like Nani, when he came here, he was 32. But if you look at Nani today, he turns 36 this year. He's still, like, physically, he's above average. He would be probably would be better in physical comparison to some 25-year-old players out there. So we're not saying that we are averse to that. But we think that there's a lot of young talent that can do a lot better here in MLS. The MLS as it is today, this is a great, everybody's watching MLS. You see a lot of the American players going abroad. People don't look at us now and say, that's a place where old players go to die. They look at us and say there's a lot of young talent there. And by the way, a guy coming from Argentina, Uruguay, Brazil has a better chance of adapting in England, Italy, Spain after playing in MLS, because that player now is out of his home country, is learning English, it's adapting to a different lifestyle. So I think there's a lot to be said, a lot of credit to MLS for seeing that and putting incentives to the teams to go out and get younger players. And I think that's the new MLS that we all see.
Pleased to see how attractive has been the league so far for all these young men from different countries, and they see Major League Soccer as a first option. And this is a credit to you all and the soccer community, the Major League Soccer, the media, the fans. They just make this league stronger and stronger. So bringing international players at the age of 20, 21 that are in the national team, this is happening often and often in Major League Soccer now. It is great. I think it's a phenomenal step for soccer in America. What national team is doing as well. And just get all these young guys in that mode of competing and playing in very good teams in Europe too. So it creates a wave of good things in America. So I'm very pleased with it. But related to the game, I will go away from just target the players and by their age, if they all or not. At the end, there is just good players and bad players, and not all young. I just want to keep seeing good players coming to the league in any age. They're younger, better, but any age is important. And then tied it into the question with the academy is one of the things that pleased me the most. Is how much has grown the academy in Orlando. They won. It's something that it was unthinkable probably, because we were not there, and the boys just took our franchise, our club, and took it to the finals in Dallas and won it. Is fantastic. That just gave us a good energy to continue on developing. We have this young man in the preseason too, and I can see a lot of things. Then they keep surprising us, just showing us that they're good, and we have just to give them opportunities. So we will do.
I think it's really, really important to have that. I think last year we suffered a little bit by not having some sort of structured competition that could bridge that gap, right? There's some of those young players, they need that kind of competition. And again, I'll again say a great job by MLS by doing that. That seems like I have my MLS jersey here, but it's not. It's really things that you want to see. And this is something that is great for not only for Orlando, for everybody, for every single team to have that competition back in place, structured and organized by MLS. The MLS teams will be able to play. There will be some teams that are not MLS teams, so you're gonna be able to expose your young players to older teams competition, stronger competition. I think it's great for OCB. We really needed that, and for all those young players, it's in their developmental path. That's key. Just key having that back.
The things that we should be very proud of is that willingness of young players being in national senior team players already being seen by many clubs in the best leagues in the world. Orlando and the Major League Soccer. That means that we're not a minor team and we're not a minor league. This is a fantastic news for soccer in America, and it just show that how has been the progress and soccer here. The other question is about the leadership in the team. Little by little, it's normal that when they have been under certain leadership, is like it takes a bit time here when they start just jumping. The other ones start just understanding that there's their responsibility. But we had a good group there. We have players that are veterans. We are in the national teams, the captains in their national teams. We have youngsters that are they have that personality. And I think that leadership is going to shift a little, but they're going to be accommodated little by little. That leadership will come naturally.